Hi everyone. Today I would like to share a couple of ideas on two psychological pitfalls that we can fall into, especially in times of crisis, and get stuck in. I've encountered them several times in my professional life, and especially when I'm coaching groups in the cultural field. So just being aware of these pitfalls helps a lot. And at the end of the video, I would like to share a couple of ideas how you can try to avoid them. So the first one is so-called learned helplessness, meaning that you try to do things. You have maybe a boss or colleagues that you want to work differently with. You want to change things, but the results never come. So in the end, you sort of just give up and say, well, I can't change anything anyway. The problem is now circumstances change daily and all of the time. Sometimes the colleagues change, the boss changes, even the working field change. And if you stick to your old lesson of I won't be able to change anything, then even if circumstances have changed and maybe even become better or new chances have arrived, you still stick to this idea of, no, I can't do anything. Being stuck in that sense, stuck because you do it to yourself, is one pitfall, but it's especially difficult when it's coupled with another one called the so-called confirmation bias. Meaning, as the word says, you basically confirm your beliefs. If you look for information, if you go around searching for things, you basically just look at that information or accept that information which confirms whatever you believed anyway. So, for example, if you like people, your friends, and they do things, you appreciate them, you look out for the good things in them, you motivate them in being the good person they are. And if they do something which you find uncomfortable, you kind of excuse it or say, well, that was just an exception. You do exactly the same thing with people you don't like. You basically look out for the things that you don't like, and you tend to find the things you don't like. So suddenly these people just always do things that you don't like and are really bad people. If I find myself trapped in one of these, if I look at somebody or I have a bad feeling towards one person or think them really a bad person or I'm stuck in this negative cycle, then I know I'm in the middle of one of these biases. So what can I do? I try to then look at the positive side. I try to focus on all the good things that I can think about, this person, the situation, or whatever. Then I try to change the perspective and go into the other person and try to figure out how the world looks from the other side. And if I'm really cooled down at that moment, I can even try to empathize and think, oh, okay, how's the person feeling maybe? Or what would I be feeling in their situation? And suddenly there's a shift in everything I understand about the situation. So that's one way of going out of the confirmation bias. Another way to get out of the learned helplessness, this idea of being stuck and having learned that I can't do anything, is to basically do something. As crazy as it sounds, it's actually important to show your brain that you can still take control of things. So even if you do one mini step, then your brain understands, okay, I'm not completely helpless anymore. I can actually do something. I have control over the things that are happening. So even one mini step can be the signal you need. A signal I got from a friend. He basically threw me into cold water one morning before my first coffee during a Zoom session and told me, oh, we're going to do a video now, an interview. Okay, but before I could stress out, the interview was luckily over. So afterwards I could just say, oh, well, it didn't hurt. It was okay. I can manage. So basically he gave me the push to my first baby step. And now I'm here doing the next step. So I hope I could give you a couple of ideas how to get unstuck. And yeah, take care. See you soon.